Hey guys, ChimeraGamer here. We're actually sitting down to go watch a reaction to the Fat Electrician's Fat Files about Taco John's. Grab a seat, grab a drink, grab a snack, and join me on this reaction. And I'll hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe and comment down below. Later. So, for those who may not know, the Fat Electrician is typically known for doing American history videos, typically about the U.S. military, and I've always loved watching them. Like they're just so much fun. Really, that's really cool. Like he actually talked about Taco Bell not too long a while ago. Again, he did also talk about how Taco Bell started off by being owned by a Marine right after World War II. So I'm really curious to see what he's have to say about Taco John's because I never heard of it. It just sounds like it's a regional version of like Taco Bell or something like that. I might be totally wrong on that because, like I said, I've never been.
Okay, everybody likes to argue over which part of the country has the best regional burger chain. You've got In-N-Out Burger on the West Coast. You've got Whataburger in the
Oh, we're
South.
not going to
The
use
East
that.
Coast has Five Guys and Shake Shack, and the Midwest has Culver's. But nobody likes to
Oh,
argue over
Culver's is so
which
good.
region has the best fast Mexican food, and that's because there's no real competition. Because if there was, the Midwest would absolutely win. Today we're talking about Taco John's. All right, it is an enigma. If you've never heard of it, it's probably because you don't live in the Midwest. But if you live in the Midwest, you definitely know what Taco John's is. Okay?
I still never heard of
it's like
it.
the Dollar General of fast food chains. There's entire towns in Iowa that have 1,000 people, and the only businesses in these towns are the post office, a Casey's gas station, a Dollar General, and a Taco John's.
Okay, I do know a Casey's gas station, and I actually like Casey's gas station.
This is the same question that everybody has about Dollar General. Just why? Why is this here? Like, you could climb to the top of Mount Everest. There's a fucking Dollar General there for no apparent reason. It's the same thing with Taco John's in the Midwest. And then it dawns on me, they're targeting white people that have never had tacos in their entire lives, okay? They'll probably never...
Damn. I mean, not wrong. There's a lot of people I know who've never had a real taco outside of like Taco Bell. Like, let's be real, those aren't real tacos. Like, yes, they are taco adjacent, but they're not real tacos.
admit that, but I'm gonna prove it right after word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by World War III Supremacy, a free-to-play online military-based strategy game where you can play with up to 99 other people, forge alliances, or take on the world by yourself. And while taking over the world is pretty fun, you can also play my favorite game mode where you get to pick a state within the United States and go to war with all the other states trying to take over America. I think this time around I'm gonna start off as Iowa per usual, then I'm gonna attack Diet Canada, aka Minnesota, then we'll
He has real issues with Minnesota, I've noticed.
probably move over to Wisconsin, take over the rest of the Midwest. That way I don't have to share Taco John's with anybody else. Also worth mentioning, they've just incorporated a new shadow exchange function, basically the black market where you can do underground illegal deals, and if you get caught, you suffer a loss in morale. Okay, sidebar, note to the developers, it should probably be the other way around, at least for America, because every time we get caught doing sketchy stuff, people just get pumped. Like a couple of months ago, we just straight up yoinked another country's president in the middle of the night, and all the Americans did was make military montages over Toby Keith music on Instagram. Anyways, go check out
Not everybody.
World War III Supremacy. It's free to play. I'll have a link over there. There's a URL code right there. Let's get back to the video. All right, buckle up, because of all the restaurant stories I've told, this one might be the most insane. Our story begins in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
I still never heard of this place. Like, not really surprising because I guess I live just outside what is considered the Midwest. That's weird though. Like, you would think considering like Taco John's are nowhere near me, I would have fewer cases, but there's like one within that radius of me. Like several of them.
In 1968, where a local businessman by the name of Harold Home, who runs a very successful business building mobile homes, is thriving. In addition to making double wides, he also makes campers, and what do you do when you make campers? You got to take them out on a test drive, right? So he's traveled all over the country with his wife, staying in campers, and during his travels, he's discovered Mexican food.
It's a whole new meat delivery system.
I freaking love that they use that because that is very Midwestern personified, in my opinion. It's been forever since I watched Parks and Rec. I really should watch it again.
Hey, again, you gotta remember, this is the 1960s. Mexican food is far from mainstream at this point. You pretty much had to be like down in the Southwest, maybe over in California, if you wanted to even know what a taco was. Most of the country hadn't even heard of this shit yet.
Tacos, the world's perfect food, in my opinion.
But Harold loves him some tacos. He tries to convince the guy running the taco stand that he should move up to Cheyenne, Wyoming, and open up a taco stand there, telling him, and I quote, "It's a real barn burner."
I think that's going to be the complete opposite of what you're going to want out of that, John.
Apparently that wasn't convincing.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
Is it? Is it really?
It's not. It's
Gets the
gross.
people going.
So now Harold's got a problem. He can't get tacos when he's at home in Cheyenne, Wyoming, which is awful, right? I mean, nobody wants to make a pilgrimage to go get tacos every Tuesday. It's a disaster. But then one day, a guy by the name of John Turner moves to town, and he used to work in a taco stand. And when Harold hears that John wants to set up a little taco stand so he can sell tacos at the local parade known as Frontier Days in Cheyenne, Wyoming, he's like, say less. Harold
Okay. You had me at potatoes and nacho cheese. I love nacho cheese. I love potatoes. Mix them together sounds amazing to me. Maybe a little bit of some sour cream on top of that. A little bit of nacho chips with that. Yeah, that sounds like a good time to me.
springs into action. He hooks John up with his real estate agent, Jim. Jim gets him a plot of land. While that's going on, Harold proceeds to work 16-hour days for like a week straight and builds him a custom double-wide trailer so that he can sell.
Oh, yeah, that's... It doesn't matter what name it has, but that combination of food to me is just like the perfect comfort food. Like nacho cheese, potatoes, hell, some taco meat on top of that. That's going to make my day.
Tacos out of it at Frontier Days.
John, it's a man of focus. Sheer will.
With the backing of Harold and Jim, John goes
Never thought I would ever see tacos and John Wick reference, but it kind of fits.
from the idea of like, hey, I want to sell tacos at the parade to owning a restaurant in less than a week. So he starts selling tacos at Pioneer Days, and the restaurant's immediately a success right out of the gate because obviously you're selling tacos to people that have never experienced tacos in their entire lives. Okay, now I'm inferring a lot here, but think about this from John's perspective. You literally just moved to town and you were like, yeah, I know how to make tacos, and two wealthy businessmen build you a restaurant and tell you to start making tacos. He's like, I didn't really ask for, I just wanted to make tacos for the parade, and now I'm like running a restaurant. I don't know that this is what I wanted to do. So
I wouldn't call that failing successfully, but is this called surprise success? If so, I would love this kind of success.
he goes to Harold and Jim like right out of the gate and is like, hey, do you guys want to like buy the franchising rights for this or whatever? And they're like, yes, we will buy the franchising rights. Or as Harold put it, and I quote, when you got a tiger by the tail, you hang on.
What are these catchphrases, my man? Like, I haven't heard these things since my grandfather, and he's been dead for nearly 5 years. And he hadn't used these since from the late 90s.
I don't even understand the reference.
You don't understand what you said?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, they've got this figured out. They're sitting on top of a gold mine. Literally just expose the rest of the country to tacos. You're gonna make a ton of money. So they get to work, and the way they go about it is absolutely hilarious. Apparently one of them owns a plane, so together they hop in this plane and just fly around the Midwest.
That's a way to advertise tacos. I I don't think I ever imagined to hear advertising via airplane.
Literally doing aerial reconnaissance like it's a scouting mission. One of them's flying the plane, the other one's sitting in the cockpit with binoculars like, okay, we're coming up on a small town. Man, that construction site's moving pretty slow and they're not moving very fast picking those crops. They definitely don't have Mexicans. They don't know what tacos are. Land your plane. Hey, you think I'm joking? I'm not. They land the plane and then they split up. Jim, the real estate guy, goes and finds a plot of land while Harold goes and finds a franchisee to run the business for him. Okay, do you understand?
It must work because we saw the map of Taco John's, right? Like, it is everywhere.
And how insane this is? Like, two wealthy businessmen.
I mean, that's a way to advertise your business.
Speed running the field of dreams. It's not if you build it, they will come. It's two dudes coming up to your door being like, here, you're a taco salesman now. Like, if I ever get a time machine, I'm going back in time and watching this sales pitch occur just so I can see him convince some farmer from Nebraska to open a taco stand, because apparently it works.
What does that even look like? Like, do they straight up just go up to this farmer's house and be like, here, try this taco? Yes, it's like a Mexican hot dog, which I don't fully believe that's how it is, but that's what he said, apparently. So it's just not something you expect to hear.
Repeatedly, because there's like 400 Taco John's locations across the country right now. And by the way, when I said
400 and none of them are near me, what the hell?
They were specifically targeting white people that had never had tacos, I meant it. Okay, here's the locations of every Taco John's in the country.
Holy shit, it is just the Midwest. Like, there's like maybe one and like past this point. Holy shit.
Country, okay? You got that map down? Now, also I'm gonna put next to it the map of Hispanic.
Oh, wow. I don't know how I feel about that. A little on the nose. Yeah. There's a few.
Population density in states. Told ya.
They're on to me, dude. Those guys are sharp as nails up there. You can't put anything past them.
Okay, why do you think they got away with calling it Taco John's and not Taco Juan's? They're selling it to people that don't know any better, which is great. It's a genius business model, but I'm sure, as you could imagine,
I feel like they wouldn't get away with this in today's market. Like, there is no way they would allow this.
It would cause some problems when you're selling tacos to people that have only ever had burgers and fries. They're looking at the taco like it's a burger, and they're asking themselves the question, where's the fries? Now, this is the point of the story where every other Mexican restaurant ever says, we don't do that, or, hey, here's some free chips and salsa, we don't do fries. Not Harold and Jim. Harold and Jim are like, these motherfuckers want potatoes, we're gonna sell them potatoes. So they go back to Harold.
Oh my god, the amount of carbs. Yeah, that's the thing that makes no sense to me. Like, Jack in a Box selling tacos. Like, what is Jack in a Box? Like, I know it's like a drive-in sort of fast food restaurant. Like, I've always, like, I haven't been there enough to really figure that out. But it just boggles the mind, some of the things I see they sell.
And they're like, the people want Mexican French fries, fucking figure it out. Harold goes into the lab, and what he comes up with is the potato ole. And apparently the Gen 1
The one that you just mentioned, Hectic.
potato ole didn't last very long because it had some, we'll call it design flaws. Essentially, it was a deep fried tater tot filled with refried beans, which sounds delicious. However, it is very similar to a pizza bite in that the filling is apparently the temperature of the fucking sun.
Oh, so it's like when you try to cook a Hot Pocket in the 7-Eleven. Got it.
Which obviously ruins the entire business model, right? We're trying to get white people hooked on tacos, and if the first thing they do is take a bite of a deep fried
Yeah, I think it's closer to like the East Coast than anything else.
tater tot, and then they burn the shit out of the roof of their mouth with liquid hot refried beans, they're not going to be able to taste how delicious tacos are, so we can't have it. So John goes back into the lab, takes the refried beans out, has this like coin-shaped tater tot thing that he then seasons with his secret blend of herbs and spices that he made in his basement. No, that's not an exaggeration. For a period of time, John was literally making all the seasoning for all the potato olays for all of the franchises in his basement. And let me tell you right now, they're fucking delicious. They outdo any French fry I've ever had in my entire life. If you go to Taco John's for anything, go get the potato olays. Now, obviously,
Are you saying I might have to make a road trip just for these freaking potatoes?
It goes without saying that selling spicy tater tots out of a double wide trailer to white people that don't know what tacos are is an outrageous success. So they just start putting these potato olays in fucking everything, and it just becomes like the staple item of the entire menu.
It it literally is just tater tots with Mexican toppings or Tex-Mex toppings. Everyone, stop what you're doing. We have an emergency. We're suffering from a case of low energy, and I think I found a new fuel source. Dubby Energy. It's a powdered energy source that not only gives you caffeine, but it's also keto friendly and sugar free. It gives you no jitters and no crashes. Give it a try. Use code Celestial Spice to get 10% off your total purchase at checkout. I have the link in the description below. Now back to the research.
You like the burrito? Oh, we're putting potato olays inside of it. It's a meat and potato burrito. Breakfast
my
burritos,
God.
spicy tater tots, scrambled.
I hate this looks good. Like, I would love to have these things for breakfast before I go to work.
Eggs, bacon, and sausage. It's delicious. Outside of the potato olays, nothing special going on with this menu, okay? It is your garden variety fast Mexican food. It is ultra processed meat, some cheese, some lettuce inside of a tortilla.
Nachos? It's tortilla with cheese, meat, or vegetables. Oh, well then what is a burrito? Tortilla with cheese, meat, or vegetables.
It's. I'm trying to correct him, but there's really not much of a difference.
It's white people tacos. We're just gonna call
Yeah.
it what it is, which traditionally everybody knows is like, meh, whatever, unless, you know, you're drunk and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, in which case they're delicious. And everybody knows this. This is why Taco John's and Taco Bell are both open super late, because they want to be the only option, because that's how they make money. Okay,
That and White Castle. Like, the amount of times when I was in my 20s. God, like, the amount of White Castle I consumed in my 20s. Don't tip me.
Taco John's just took it a step further. They're like, hey, the Midwest in the 1960s and 70s, nobody's even had Mexican food, and none of these towns even have a fast food restaurant. It's basically 2 o'clock in the morning everywhere. Okay, and I know what you're thinking, but
Fast
it's not
food
literally
desert.
2 o'clock in the morning, and these people aren't drunk, so the tacos just aren't going to hit the same, okay? Yes, they are, because they've never had tacos.
Well, that might be sooner than later, actually, Hectic. Like, it's, I'm moving next year, and I might have to do a road trip on the way to where I'm moving to. So I might be stopping by a Taco John's.
Before, okay? So even if it's a shitty taco, it's still the best taco you've ever had in your entire life if you've never had a taco before. It's like selling single-ply toilet paper to somebody that's never used.
Okay, that's where I'm concerned. Like, if he's saying, like, it's a good taco if you've never had a good taco before, or just a taco. So, I've had good tacos. Like, I've had real tacos. Am I going to be disappointed? I hope I'm not, because the more he's talking about this, the more I'm curious.
Used toilet paper before, okay? If you've used toilet paper, you are well aware that single-ply toilet paper sucks. It was invented by the devil so you'd get poop on your finger.
Not wrong.
But if you've been wiping your ass with corn cobs and leaves your entire life, single-ply toilet paper seems incredible. It's the same concept. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting horrifically sidetracked. Anyways.
Get back on track, my man.
I think then you would be most rewarded to consider this. On sale today, come on down.
Within a couple of years, John, Jim, and Harold got the Midwest on lock when it comes to
R.I.P.
Mexican
Rob
food,
Williams.
and they start growing so fast that apparently they can't make trailers fast enough, so they just start buying old gas stations and putting Taco John's inside of them.
Goddamn.
In the 1980s, they're a super legit franchise business. They adopt their official mascot, a guy in a sombrero with a mustache named Juan. See what they did there?
That seems problematic, everybody.
Juan. It's clever. Also, he's got a donkey named Pepe. Don't worry about it. But then they hit marketing gold when they found Whiplash, okay? Taco Bell had that little Chihuahua dog that would say Taquito Taco Bell, which apparently he got fired because that was racist for some reason. Well, Taco John's has Whiplash, which is a monkey that rides a dog that I'm pretty sure they hired from a rodeo. I can only...
What? Explain. How's that work?
Imagine Harold and Jim went to a rodeo, saw a monkey riding a German Shepherd, and were like, holy shit, I bet that monkey could sell so many potatoes. And they were right, because he was in like 50 commercials, and I saw him on TV every day for most of my childhood.
Holy shit.
Who brought this crunchy chicken and potato burrito?
Uh,
I love it when he does that.
New grilled fajita platters, only from Taco John's.
And then
what kind of commercial was that?
by 1989, Harold, Jim, and John, I think they're getting a little bit cocky, to be honest with you. They're like, you know what? We run the taco business in the Midwest. We own this. We own Mexican food. So they go to the U.S. government and they're like, we're going to go ahead and we're going to trademark the phrase Taco Tuesday. And the U.S.
Oh no. Oh no. These were the guys that were trying to trademark the phrase Taco Tuesday. Oh no.
government is like, okay, sure. Okay, do you understand what I just told you? They literally own the phrase Taco Tuesday now.
Wait, they actually do? I thought they didn't. Oh my god.
Like, nobody else is allowed to say it. Kane, if you're not from the Midwest, I know what you're thinking. What does Taco John's do for Taco Tuesday? You get a 6-pack and a pound, homie, which is slang for you get 6 tacos and a pound of potato olays, and it's fantastic. Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you that 3 white guys selling a pound of spicy tater tots and 6 tacos out of a double-wide trailer literally invented Taco Tuesday. I have the legal documentation to prove it. I don't ever want to hear white people don't have culture ever again. Anyways, moving on. Somehow this did not become a legal
even
issue
say with a
until
straight
like 30
face.
years later, when in 2019, LeBron James, like the NBA star, tried to also trademark the phrase Taco Tuesday because I guess he used to like to yell it on TikTok or some shit.
What?
Don't know what today is. Today is Taco Tuesday.
What the fuck? Look, let's not trademark phrases that are popular in American slang. Let's just not.
The U.S. government comes back to LeBron James and is like, A, you can't trademark that. It's in common use. B, Trailer Park Boys over here beat you to it 30 years ago. So LeBron James then teams up with Taco Bell to sue Taco John's so that everybody can have the right to use the phrase Taco Tuesday. They take it to court and Taco
Exactly. Nobody should own the memes of culture.
John's pretty much immediately folds, knowing that there's no way they're going to win exclusive rights to use the phrase Taco Tuesday forever. So the CEO just puts out a press release that says, and I quote, "I'd like to thank our worthy competitors at Taco Bell for reminding everyone that Taco Tuesday is best celebrated at Taco John's."
Oh, Jesus.
Very nice.
Now, in modern
Damn. That's talk about losing graciously.
times, Taco John's obviously isn't sold out of a double-wide trailer anymore, unfortunately, but they did keep a lot of that same heritage of being able to throw up restaurants quick. Basically, they have the majority of their restaurants built prefabricated in a factory, so they have a company go in, pour the concrete pad, and they have another company come in and basically assemble this restaurant in what amounts to like 3 days, and they say it actually helps with marketing.
So it's basically Legos for Taco John's.
Because people are like, oh, they're building something there. Oh shit, there's a new restaurant there. We should go try it. Okay, definitely not a giant psyop to convince you that Mexicans did it. As far as where they're deciding to put up new restaurants, that strategy kind of had to change because, well, everybody's tried Mexican food at this point and it's not working anymore. And a lot of the smaller towns that they used to dominate are either A, dying off, or they're growing and they're getting a lot more competition. So now instead
Like Taco Bell or actual taco restaurants.
of being the only restaurant on Main Street, they're having to move closer to the highway and compete for interstate traffic. So while the initial business model is kind of broken, they still have a stranglehold on the Midwest, and I'm not mad about it because I'm fat and I like spicy tater tots. So yeah, thanks for watching.
I mean,
Best way to support
same.
the channels, go buy some merch, maybe drink some Echelon. All that's available over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out. Now, if you'll excuse me,
You probably should.
I have to go get some potato olays.
Now I want some. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Like, I figured this was a better use of time rather than trying to start up another Project Zomboid game. But hey, thank you for the suggestion. This was a lot of fun. I should probably do this more often, like do a few more reactions to things like this. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. Kind of wish there was a wish there was a Taco John's nearby me, but at the same time, if I want tacos, I'll just go to a real taco restaurant. But as always, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by.